Hello YouTube, I'm back behind the camera today. I know how much you all love seeing my handsome mug, I guess, but I'd rather do this because I think I can provide you with better videos this way. So, who will be our first review subject with this setup now? If you follow me on Twitter, link in the description, you'll know exactly who it is. It is Age of Extinction Galvatron. There he is. And first we shall take a look at the box. Get that out of the way. So you can see standard Age of Extinction Voyager box. Nice picture of Galvatron here. Very nice picture of Galvatron. I do love that photo. Hey, Transformers. Yeah, your stuff. Continuing the picture. Product shots on the back. And a bio, which I will zoom in. Oh. Says actually nothing about Galvatron. There's something wrong with my... can you zoom back out? Nope. It gives no spoilers of the movie and says nothing about Galvatron other than it mentions Megatron. So you got that. You got a nice product shot here. Product shot of the alt mode. What's weird to me is that nowhere on the box does it talk about what that truck is. It's just a truck. And as you can see there, also available Hound. And we're going to get this out of the way. And talk about Galvatron, who is the embodiment of Megatron. I guess I'll talk about the character a bit. It amuses me how far they went in the movie to explain this character. As we all know, at least probably know, Megatron was essentially killed at the end of Dark of the Moon. So, due to that, you'd think, okay, he's not coming back. But this is where it kind of goes back to that G1 movie where, I'm pretty sure most people remember, Megatron got reformatted into Galvatron after he was basically killed. Where it deviates a bit is, instead of reformatting him, they took his head. And somehow the head was still functioning. And every time, the name of the company escapes me, tried to make their own Transformer, he turned out horribly scarred, but also designed to look somewhat like Megatron crossed with Optimus Prime. Hence the truck mode, as you see here. Now it's not a Peterbilt truck. I'm pretty sure people are going to say that. It's a 2012 Freightliner Agassi. And we're going to take a look at the details right here. Very nice grille. Nice blue paint apps there. A lot of silver. I do like the amount of silver on this truck. If I had, say, Age of Extinction, Optimus Prime, I could compare truck modes. Unfortunately, I don't have a truck similar to this, so I can't compare alt mode. Nice headlights here. Come to the side. I did paint these wheels. He rolls very nicely. Well, he rolls kinda. And again, more silver paint on the wheels. My camera doesn't like to focus. Your side door, I guess technically that's a door. Even that side view mirrors. No paint on them, just silver. But oh well. Coming to the top, you have a weapon port, which I will talk about in a second. And as you can see in the back, it's very much robot kibble. Now, I know people are going to hate this, and I'm going to comment on it. Due to the impossible to recreate transformation in the movie, if you've seen it, he just turns in a bunch of cubes of transformium and cheats the hell out of it. He is a complete shell former. I know people hate shell formers, but calm your rage. I think it's a good toy. As you can see, it's very obvious what these are. These are his legs. And of course, there's an obvious gap there due to the transformation. He is literally the definition of robot hiding under a truck. So here you got truck, robot. Sorry if that was out of frame. Truck, robot. And the funny thing is, his arms and his head, not his legs, sorry, are actually hiding in the cab of the truck. I find that amusing. You see the light gray plastic here used for the robot body. They actually did mold in a this thing that's on every single Optimus Prime. A hitch, I believe. But that's about it for the basic truck mode. You do have one accessory. His cannon. It's nicely molded. Definitely. Missing a few paint apps though. Because even on the box art, the tip here is dark, while the rest of it is light. It does have a firing missile gimmick. And it's not the best. Due to the fact that I got this thing out of package and it was bent like a little banana. So unfortunately I have to plug it upwards, so it curves upwards to fire at all. So your mileage may vary on the weapon. Show you the missile. My camera doesn't like to focus. See, it's just a friction missile. So there's that. And you do have weapon storage. You see this post here. I forget. I'm used to a webcam. This is going to take a little bit of getting used to. As you see, port right there. And that looks ridiculous. As most real-world alt modes do with weapon storage. Now, I have seen this in other videos, but what I like to do if I'm going to display him in vehicle mode is kind of, there's no real peg here, or hole I guess, but I like to try and wedge it there and do something that looks like that. Still looks ridiculous, but it just looks slightly less ridiculous. And now we will get down to transformation. So you're going to remove this. As I said, he's a complete shell former. What you're going to do is unpeg these and just ratchet them until they're back here. Same thing here. Now take it like so. Rotate the leg, fold down the foot, take the leg, fold down the foot. And by the way, I should mention this now, do not follow the instructions. The instructions are crap. You fold out this heel spur, which the instructions didn't even mention. So when I first started playing with him, I had no idea those were actual heel spurs, and it really annoyed me when he couldn't stand up on his own. Now he's standing, and now he's getting tall. We have a Gerwalk truck. Truck. I'm going to zoom out and continue with the transformation. So here you have this, and I have to say, for being a complete shell former, it did some really interesting engineering. You're going to take this whole section and unpeg the wheels, fold them up like so. Now you're going to take this, and it's on a double hinge, and hinge it back to reveal everything. So you have it looking like that. And then what I do is take the arms, fold them outwards, fold them into place, fold down the arms now, and flip up the head. And this is another place where the instructions suck. This head actually clicks into place right there. The instructions did not tell you that. They do not say it clicks in, they just show him with his head. So I thought it just stayed there, but no, it clicks into place. And now this is where the interesting stuff is. You're going to want to unhinge or unhook the backpack and collapse it in on itself. And then you're going to want to take it and fold it back up, fold this part down, or fold this part down. So it kind of sits right along this bar. It doesn't keep it completely there, but it does good enough. And then you see peg here, holes. You peg in. And there's Galvatron in his robot mode. And he is really cool, just in my opinion. Personally, I love the movie aesthetic given to a character like Galvatron. And this robot mode is as perfect as it could get with the movie aesthetic. Now, it's not a perfect robot, I know that. But there's no other way to get this robot mode without it being a complete shell former. So, I'll talk about more about the robot mode. First, on the face sculpt. Spitting on my camera. Focus! My camera can't focus. Focus! Oh well. It's a very nice head sculpt. Could have used, again, a few more paint apps on the face here. He has a very human nose. Can I zoom in and show you his face sculpt? Let me try. For some reason my camera just does not want to focus. You can see it as well as you're going to. Of course, he has the hole in his chest from the movie, which was very amusing when Optimus said, "You have no spark," and Galvatron's response was, "Therefore I have no fear." Love that kind of thing. Of course, you've got all the nice blue. Zooming back out. Let me see if I can get him all in frame. It's going to be hard because he's quite tall. I forgot to mention about the truck mode, it is big. He definitely fills out his Voyager mass quota. And I will show what that means in a second. So, nice gold detailing over the shoulders, the elbow joints, and the, I guess, ankles? Yeah. Articulation's pretty good as well. His head is jointed, so quite a big range on the head. He can go, yeah, he can look like that. There is no light piping. As you can see, there is this little black strip which looks like it could be for light piping, but apparently he's inherited that useless light piping feature thought of only to be associated with lug nut toys. I assume his eyes are yellow like on the box, but we'll never know. A lot of nice molded in detail on the neck, if my camera can focus. That's as good as you can get. A lot of wires everywhere. This aesthetic is really appealing to the eye for some reason. I don't know what it is. You got your blue on the arms, your blue on the legs, and if you come to the back, yeah, that's where all the that's where all the kibble is. And I don't have a problem with this amount of kibble. I know some people are going to, but I've already stated my opinion. I'm not going to restate it. Articulation, as I was going to, is very nice. The shoulder pad can move about that much on the hinge. You got in and out motion, completely straight. You got a ratcheted shoulder, which is nice. Bicep, double elbow, and the second elbow is ratcheted. Nothing at the wrist. You do have this transformation joint if you want to use it. Nothing at the waist. The hips are very unusual. As you can see, they have a triangular, or a slash to them, and when you move the hip, it goes in that range of motion, which I have to say I've never seen before on our Transformer. And it can also be easily rectified by just, when you get to about here, you just turn in the leg. He does have a thigh swivel. Not bad range of movement on the knee. Not good range, but due to all the kibble, not bad range. A foot. Of course, you've got this joint for transformation, but then you've got a backwards joint, and you've got a in and out joint. So a lot of posing you can do with the feet. I have to say, I do loves me some good ankle tilts, which brings me back to his accessory. As you can see, of course there's this post here, but there's also this post here. So you have two ways of using it. You can either have it as a usual gun, or you can create the illusion that it's transformed out of his hand, which is very like the movie to do that. I'm pretty sure they actually did that in Age of Extinction for Galvatron. So you have that, or with your weapon storage. Get out of there. Good. You can just plug it into... Oh, I fired the missile. Oh, I fired the missile. Just plug it in there. And there's your weapon storage in robot mode. Putting it back in his hand. Last thing I have to do is comparison. So here is Galvatron, and here is his wave mate, Hound. And now you can see what I meant by filling out his mass quota. Technically, they're both Voyagers, but Galvatron looks a hell of a lot bigger than Hound in alt mode and in robot mode. Also, I guess I should mention this. the plastic, just the feel of this plastic. This is some strong, well-designed plastic. I don't normally talk about it because I'm not much of an expert, but this guy feels strong. Nothing of him feels weak. The only thing that might be weak are the in and out shoulder joints. But, oh well. And there for another comparison. Sorry, I'm saying knock the camera around. Here he is with Dark of the Moon Shockwave. There. So you can see how he looks with Wave. And I like that. This works for me. This aesthetic works for me. And this is actually more appropriate than you may think. Because Shockwave actually appeared in Age of Extinction. Now granted, it wasn't the alive Shockwave from the previous movies, but that was one of my coolest parts of the movie, was when just out of absolutely nowhere, just a two-headed Shockwave pops up in front of the camera. It was like, whoo. So, yeah, this works for me. All I need is a small couch, and I can do anything Emgo does. Moving him out of the way, that about wraps up Age of Extinction Voyager Galvatron. Is he a worthwhile toy? Absolutely. He's missing a few paint apps, but if this aesthetic appeals to you in any way, you should get him. And if not, you save some money. That's about all I can say about that. So, as usual, check out my Facebook, follow me on Twitter, ask me anything you want on ask.fm. All links in the description below. And that about wraps up this. So, thank you for watching, and